For more than a decade, Bravo's $1 million listing has demonstrated that Los Angeles real estate can bring in the big bucks for the city's top realtors, along with a hefty dose of drama. But even longtime fans probably don't know the whole story. This is the untold truth of $1 million listing.
I like money. I hope you use that.
Bravo took a gamble on viewers wanting to watch the exploits of upper-echelon LA realtors selling extravagant homes to the rich and famous, and that risk paid off massively. 14 years after the first season aired, Bravo announced a 2020 premiere for $1 Million Listing LA Season 12.
This is bananas.
Throughout the years, spin-offs of the popular series also caught fire. The first of these came in 2012, with Bravo figuring that the same format that worked so well in Los Angeles would be equally effective in New York City. The result was $1 Million Listing New York, focusing on a new group of realtors selling high-end real estate in the Big Apple.
Oh, is that a pool?
8 feet deep.
Oh my God!
Additional spin-offs included $1 Million Listing San Francisco and $1 Million Listing Miami, proving that viewers couldn't get enough. But with all the various iterations of the show out there, it became necessary to change the name of the original to $1 Million Listing Los Angeles. LA real estate agent Tracy Tutor has listed many stunning homes on the show, but in 2019, she repped a very special property, her own. People magazine reported that Tutor was partying with her 7-bedroom, 10-bathroom home in LA's posh Brentwood neighborhood and was asking an eye-popping $23.9 million.
Why don't you guys come in and check it out and let me know what you think?
Boasting almost 11,000 square feet, Tutor's home wasn't exactly the kind of place that would be called modest. The home's unique features included a dining room with vintage Italian chandeliers from the 70s and a bar which Tutor declared to be her absolute favorite space in the home. She told the outlet, "It's so rad and disco. I think we all need to have a little fun with our interiors and at least pick one room that expresses the wild side of your personality." She also revealed that she spends the most time with her kids in the kitchen and family living space, and fans discovered she's clearly got her pantry game on point.
And my favorite room in the kitchen is my pantry, which I am obsessed with.
As for her hopes on who would be purchasing her home, Tutor admitted she wasn't that picky. In fact, she only had one stipulation in mind, telling People magazine, "Whoever can write the check." According to Bravo, it appears Tutor has since moved on from the green bar and switched up her living situation. In 2019, she found herself a brand new pad that is, of course, just as glamorous. There has been a lot of speculation over just how real so-called reality shows actually are. And when it comes to $1 Million Listing LA, the term reality is apparently a flexible one. At least that's the assumption that can be drawn from a 2015 casting notice on Backstage, which revealed that the show was seeking background models for filming.
Is that the bartender?
Oh yeah, hi, excuse me, sir.
Hi, how are you? I'm Tracy.
Isn't she beautiful?
Among the types the show was looking for were, quote, yoga participants and instructors, in addition to bikini models who would be seated poolside. While all ethnicities would be considered for the roles, the show was also looking for a model-looking housewife, and only those of, quote, white European descent would be considered. Meanwhile, background performers who landed the gig certainly didn't get rich by appearing on the show. As far as compensation went, the site noted the production was offering, quote, no pay. If Tracy Tutor's original plans had gone according to design, it's unlikely she would have ever found her way to the show. In fact, Tutor initially envisioned a future as an actress, which she initially pursued by attending USC. In an interview with the university, Tutor revealed how training in theater and performance became an asset in the real estate business, and even more so once her home-selling exploits were captured on camera.
Don't be fooled by her charisma. Ooh, she's a boss.
Tracy explained, "It's funny how things come full circle. Being a real estate agent or in retail or in sales or in so many industries, you need the ability to sell yourself to clients. It's a huge part of why I am successful in real estate."
This is probably the best we've seen.
Yeah, we've been looking.
Well, that's why I invited you. It's not amateur hour. Thanks for coming.
Thanks, Tracy.
Good to see you.
Josh Flagg and husband Bobby Boyd are both realtors, with Boyd making frequent appearances on the show over the years. In an interview with Los Angeles Magazine, Flagg revealed he and his husband first got together when Boyd walked up to him at a nightclub and said something unexpected. Flag recalled. He said to me, "Hi, handsome. No one ever said that to me, but maybe my mother or grandmother."
You are my dream I never dreamed would come true.
The couple had their first date at famed Hollywood eatery Dan Tana's. Boyd remembered, "We had chicken parmesan and Jack and Diet Cokes." In a video that the outlet shared on Instagram, Flag revealed that he was so serious about the relationship that he said, "I wrote my vows before I even asked him to marry me."
I have an obsessive nature. When I want something, I go full force at it. It's something I'm working on with a lot of therapy.
Boyd opened up about what it's like to be married to Flag in a blog post on his website, admitting it can sometimes be exhausting, but not in a bad way. He explained, "Josh challenges me in so many ways that no one else ever has before, which is one of the many reasons why I married him."
Anyone who has the love that we have for one another is the luckiest person on earth.
The realtors of the show have worked with numerous celebrities, including Kim Kardashian and Kanye West. As Josh Altman told The Hollywood Reporter, he's insistent on treating a mega celebrity the same way he would treat anyone else, but admitted that he's definitely always on his A game when dealing with his famous clients. Sharing what it was like working with West and Kardashian, Altman told the outlet, "I've met them both numerous times, and Kim is incredible. Talk about a hard-working individual and being on your game. She is nonstop."
How would you describe this home?
I would say like a minimal monastery.
In a video interview for OK Magazine, Altman declared West and Kardashian to even be his favorite stars. He said, "They have great taste in real estate and design. I mean, the best of the best." Madison Hildebrand was one of the only members of the cast who'd been with the show since its first season, when he announced he was formally stepping away from the series for good.
My philosophy is work hard, play hard.
Madison said in a statement, "After a decade of adventure and one of the most unique experiences of my life, I have decided not to continue Million Dollar Listing Los Angeles. I am so grateful to have had this opportunity, but the time has come for me to re-energize, rejuvenate, and refocus my attention and light onto new endeavors." Speaking with Page Six about exiting the show, Hildebrand explained that he had actually wanted to leave even earlier. He admitted, "I tried to quit in season 6. I tried to get away from it, and it just didn't happen."
So I was having a lot of emotions.
After 12 years and 10 seasons, Madison claimed the experience had been, quote, "exhausting for the mind, body, and soul." While fans of the series may have been sad to see Hildebrand leave, at least one of his co-stars was not. In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, Josh Altman declared he was thrilled that Hildebrand was walking away. Wishing Hildebrand luck with whatever he did next, Altman shared, "I'm glad he's off the show because he was extremely boring, and I'm excited to watch the entire show all the way through now with the new cast because I always fast-forwarded through his parts anyway."
That's not even the best part.
It sounds like that antipathy apparently went both ways. After announcing his departure, Hildebrand told Page Six that none of his co-stars had bothered to reach out to him, and that he'd gone ahead and blocked James Harris, Josh Flag, Josh Altman, Tracy Tudor, and David Parnes from his social media. According to Josh Flag's website, he has sold in excess of $2 billion in residential real estate and can boast his status as the #1 volume agent in Los Angeles and the #2 agent in sales in California. Given those impressive stats, it's a no-brainer that an aspiring realtor would be wise to listen to any advice he offered, which he happened to dole out during a January 2020 interview with Larry King Now.
I'm somewhat of a risk taker, which gets me in trouble, not like legally, but in trouble. And it also has been the reason I've been so successful.
The first thing Flag told rookie realtors was, in effect, to avoid quitting their day jobs. As far as a source of income, he recommends not putting all your eggs in one basket.
Don't rely only on real estate because you don't know when it's going to come. It's feast or famine.
For those who can afford to dive right in without worrying about making a living, Flag recommended finding someone you admire and shadowing or interning for them. Wannabe realtors may not get paid, he pointed out, but the skills and know-how they'll pick up can prove invaluable. He says,
"You learn from your teacher."
Josh Altman is not only one of the stars of the Million Dollar Listing LA, but he's also, quote, "one of the most successful real estate agents on the planet," according to his website. He's learned a thing or two along the way, and he shared some of that knowledge in 2 different books. In 2016, he wrote, "It's Your Move, My $1 Million Method for Taking Risks with Confidence and Succeeding at Work and Life," in which he divulged the secret to his success. In an interview with Deepest Dream about the book, he outlined his so-called ready, fire, aim mentality. Explaining the strategy at its essence, he said, "It's having an opportunity in front of you, recognizing it, jumping all over it, and if you fail, bouncing back and redirecting and finishing it."
It's everything from, selling phone service on the streets of New York to running on a treadmill at Equinox and meeting Tyler Perry and selling him a house later that afternoon.
He followed that up with 2019's The Altman Close, million-dollar negotiating tactics from America's top-selling real estate agent. According to a press release, Altman said of the book, "Over the past 24 months, I closed 285 deals. I've written down every negotiation tactic, closing technique, and ninja secret, so you can now close more deals too."
Altman and I have such different styles.
But both of us would do anything for a buck.
Absolutely.
Okay.
For million-dollar listing fans, one of the most entertaining aspects of the show is the ongoing feud between competing realtors Josh Flagg and Josh Altman. During a 2015 appearance on Watch What Happens Live, Altman theorized that the reason Flagg doesn't like him is because "I wasn't born and raised in Beverly Hills, and because I became successful when I came out there with nothing."
If you talk shit about me and you want to go there, then game on.
When Cohen asked Flagg if that was true, Flagg insisted that wasn't the case and offered a different reason for his dislike of Altman, claiming,
No, I just think you're a scumbag.
according to Flagg, fans of the show shouldn't expect the bad blood between these rivals to die down. Ever. In a 2019 interview with the Daily Mail, Flagg was asked if he thought their long-running feud would finally come to an end at some point, but he declared, no, the show would become boring. Josh Altman started his real estate career as a mortgage broker, but shifted gears after the recession of the late 2000s. In an interview with Larry King Now, Altman recalled being forced to shut down what had been a successful business and then start all over again. He said of his rebrand,
Definitely did not happen overnight.
He also addressed the role that Million Dollar Listing Los Angeles may or may not have played in his success. In response to those that think he's only a name because he's a reality TV star, he explained that he and his brother Matt had already been selling roughly $100 million per year in real estate when he received a call from Bravo about joining the show. But even so, Altman admitted that appearing on the series has certainly not been bad for business. He said, "Building the brand in real estate is the most important thing. And so we use that stage very wisely. Everything that we do, we like to think that we're a walking billboard for our business." All the Million Dollar Listing LA realtors have worked with their fair share of celebrity clients. And as Tracy Tudor explained in an interview with Page Six, there are certain aspects of a home that are must-haves for stars. Fluorescent bulbs or other overly harsh lighting is a big no-no for famous folks. She joked, "If they could just wake up and have an Instagram filter on the mirror, it would be genius."
So, none of us really want to wake up and look at ourselves in the mirror in the morning under fluorescent light.
Without naming names, Tudor pointed to one celebrity client who had an unusual but very specific way of determining whether or not the home was well constructed. This person, she revealed, looks at the thickness of doors as an example of whether or not a house is built well. When Tudor took the celeb on a tour of a home, she noted, "One of the doors was not to her liking, so we didn't even go through the rest of the house." Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more list videos about your favorite reality shows are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.